We've just found the sloths and they're like super visible just where they are. There's like a perfect clearing in the tree for us to see them. These are just wild sloths, including a mom with a 2-week-old baby, which I really hope we can see.
I can't believe we drove from the US, from cold, freezing cold weather to sloths.
To sloths and baby monkeys.
7 AM, got 5 hours sleep, off to southern Nicaragua. It's a 5-hour drive, hoping to get there around noon and meet our new friend. Let's do this. Raya's gonna try and sleep some more in bed. Don't know how it's gonna go. The roads are pretty wild. This is gonna get friggin' bumpy. Driven off-road onto this track to find our new friend. We have arrived at our spot for the night. We're going to get the bus parked up and then, yeah, then we're going to chill.
So it looks like we're going to try to park right here under this mango tree. We're going to back in. Let's see how this is gonna go. Or that branch might be in trouble.
Okay, we have parked up our bus for the night and we've met a new friend. This is Tim.
Hello.
You'll get to hear a bit more about what Tim does later on, but in the meantime, we're gonna jump in his car and we're gonna go get some food. I think we're going to stay at his tonight. Oh, this is fun. Oh, fun little Land Cruiser.
Yeah, here we go. So we'll just go 1 kilometer to the restaurant and kind of chill out there?
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, see you later. This table is epic. We have to get a table like this.
We have to make it.
Lunch has arrived. We've got, what's this called again? Pico de
Gallo Pinto.
Gallo Pinto, patacones, or what do they call them here?
Tostones.
Tostones, fried plantain.
This is very traditional.
Ensaladita.
Yeah, salad.
Ensalada.
So good. What have you found over here, Raya?
2 tiny puppies. Oh, hello. Very sleepy.
Oh my gosh. What the heck?
They're so chill.
Oh my gosh. And then look at this. Look at this guy.
Hola. Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay, we just got to where Tim lives, but we're going to go check out the beach first. Oh, mind the barbed wire. The organisation that Tim founded and is running, they do turtle protection,
Yep.
tree planting and wildlife rescue and a bunch of other stuff. And we've just arrived at, what's this, the turtle hatchery?
This is our first site where we launched our first sea turtle defense project. We've rescued over 200,000 sea turtle eggs from this beach and the next beach over now.
Wow.
And we're doing more and more every year. It's just getting started. So behind me is the hatchery where we protect the nests. The reason that we have to do this response is the sea turtles are in danger because there's an illegal food trade for the sea turtle eggs, and so you combine a very struggling economy, and so you have people roving the beach, and it's very easy to label them as like poachers or people who are harming sea turtles and who don't care and are taking turtles. But if you really look and you take a few steps back and you find your clarity, what you see is mothers and fathers who haven't had a job or there's no work opportunities.
Desperation.
And they have starving kids at home.
Yeah.
And this is a chance to make a few dollars. And so if you consider that in what's going on, you don't end up vilifying people. So you have people that are motivated through need or the ability to make a few dollars. They take all the eggs off and they get sold into the food trade. And that is
people
so
want to eat turtles?
Yeah, the sea turtle eggs are eaten raw. It's a locally driven custom and a locally driven economy. It's not like they're not being exported into some other countries. It's all just locally driven. Wow. It's an old world, long-term kind of culture. So there's definitely a motivation to take the eggs off and sell them, and for most people it's just pretty much the only way to feed their kids. Wow. So what we do is, the reason we have to do this is we can relocate the nests that happen from the beach to this area that we can protect. Okay. And we basically open opportunities for the folks that are doing the egg collecting to work with us and rescue nests, and so they still get paid. We don't buy eggs. We offer a reward for rescuing eggs, and so we change the language around it and everything. So you've got a person like, I found this nest. Do you want to buy them? And we're like, no, because that's harmful. It's illegal. But do you want to protect that nest? If you turn it over to us, we'll protect it. We'll keep it safe. It'll hatch. There'll be sea turtles in the future. Yeah, sure, but I get paid for that, right? We're like, oh, hell yeah, because that's great work. Sure, there's money for that, so we pay. And that keeps the peace, it keeps it socially justice minded, where it's non-oppressive, it's intersectional, and it's the most effective, most least expensive option to do. I don't know why more orgs don't do it, but that's how it works. And so we're relocating nests, guarding them, they hatch, we release babies.
We were just being told about how basically the beach that turtles hatch and walk into the water, this is where they'll come back to lay eggs, no matter how far out they swim. So I just asked, like, when they do walk out, how far do they swim? Just like kind of stick around this area, or?
Yeah, so like in the first day, they're gonna swim about 2 or 3 hours out, and their instincts are gonna let them drive them. They know, like, they go straight out to open ocean. They're gonna go until they hit a spot where there's gonna be a bunch of stuff floating, and then that current's gonna take them, literally can take them halfway around the planet during the next like 8 years. They'll pass about 8 years until they're big enough, strong enough to swim out of that current, and then they'll spend 8 years until about 15 to 20 years of age working their way back to this area, and they'll mate nearby, and then they will nest again within a kilometer of where they walked out.
Could have been 20 years from now.
Yeah, so this is Doña Leia. She's a person who works for us as a day shift sea turtle hatchery guard. So she's on every 15 or 20 minutes. She's seeing if any of the turtles have hatched, because if they're in the bright sun in the middle of the day, they need to go out immediately, so they'll die in the sun. And also just kind of keeping the space safe and secure so nobody goes in and steals the eggs back from us. To have a job, just simply to have a job, is so valuable in this economy. So she's very grateful for what we're being able to generate through the organization, because there's not a lot of jobs available. Tuve un gran tiempo en su casa sin dinero entrando, ¿sí? ¿Cuántos meses sin?
Nunca había trabajado hasta ahora.
So this is her first job ever in her life, and as a woman of the household, to be the one who's helping stabilize the house in this culture, that shouldn't be a big deal, but in this culture, that's a huge thing. So it's so empowering for her, and I love that. And then they were able to buy a motorcycle. She used to walk a solid hour and a half to come here to work. So it was 3 hours a day more, but we made sure that there was a little extra pay and a little support to help purchase some transportation. So now the household has a motorcycle. That could save a life out in the town where nearby here in that economy, because if you're ill, it's a long way to the hospital, but if you got that motorcycle, you can get there. So yeah, a lot of really good positive changes.
And this is the organization, Vital Actions, Eco Defense, Social Justice. I love that you're marrying, like, defending the planet, looking after plants, animals, and looking after humans, and how it's all tied together.
It's all one thing.
I love it. Go check. Oh, we'll link in the description everything Tim's doing. Here we go. Vitalactions.org. Go and check that out, and we're going to be seeing more this afternoon. Before we head back to Tim's house, and head out to see some of his other projects. We're gonna go swimming. We cannot turn down that alluring ocean, especially after being in the bus and sweating out. I can't wait to jump in.
Time to go. You ready?
No.
I know, I could just stay here maybe for the rest of my life. This is like the most peaceful beach ever. But we have to go play with monkeys.
Okay. We just walked back from the beach. Oh my gosh, it was so nice sleeping in those hammocks. And we have come back to Tim's house. We're about to head out now to see this little monkey that he's helped rehabilitate and rescued from the exotic pet trade and released back into the wild, but it needs some medical attention, so we're going to meet that monkey, having some fresh watermelon, and yeah, I think we're going to stay here tonight, have a little night off from the bus. We're heading off again. Here we go. We picked up some hitchhikers. Ahí adelantito, tal vez te parar un poquito para enseñarle una bici a él. Ajá. Ahí adelantito, yo te digo, solo se le enseño para que se vea. Gracias. Okay. Raya, where have we arrived?
We are at the Coyada Reserve, and this is, we've just been hearing all about, so I can't even begin to talk about all the different things that are happening, from employing locals and having like a emergency medical fund for the community, and he said something like $18 could save someone's life if they don't have that saved up. So having some, I mean, that's like 1 out of 100 things he just listed in the car is just so inspiring. There's so
and
much
this is all like privately funded, like they've set up their own nature reserve,
yeah,
basically.
They're basically opening like a national park, so they're like reforesting, and a huge thing. So we drove through this riverbed that was completely dry, and he said it used to be a river for like 9 months out of the year, and because there's deforestation all the way up from the springs, it's like messing with the whole ecosystem, and the water can't get down, and so it's just, they're trying to like bring this whole area back to life, basically.
Amazing.
Wow. It's only been 4 years they've been working on this project.
So cool.
So is this the community garden?
Yeah. This is the one, what I wanted to show you. What we're looking at is 36 different species of native trees. There's 6,000 individual saplings here. We planted them all from seed. They're all seeds collected in this local area, and then when the rains come this year around early June, this will be our planting this year. They'll be planted actually just up over that hill. So we've got like maybe 12 different endangered species of trees in this bank.
So we're backing away. We've just spotted the monkey Camilla. And
have you told them all about her and how she got
No.
her? So her mom was killed, and she was sold into the exotic pet trade, and luckily she was rescued, but she was attacked by howler monkeys, I think, and so she still has like really bad wounds on her head, and her eye has scarring all over it. So he's basically like rehabilitating her back to life and full health, and she fully trusts him, and so he comes here every day, and I think we might need to hide a bit more.
Yeah, let's hide a bit more.
Okay, so she can come down.
Yeah. So anyway, he's gonna get her to come down and then put some ointment on her head and stuff. And then once she's like chilled, he's gonna call us over so we can meet up.
While we're hiding behind the car waiting for the monkey to come down, I just really wanted to chat to you guys because I'm so inspired. Like, I wish we'd recorded that whole conversation in the car, because he was just listing off incredible community projects, and it feels like every single way you can think about it, he's thought of a way to help and give back, from employing locals and empowering them, and growing like food for the community, like fresh fruits and vegetables, and obviously to all the incredible things they're doing for nature here and for all the animals that they're rehabilitating. It's just, I mean, it's like, it's not just one thing. All the planting trees, it's like so many different ways, and Tim is just so selfless and humble. He was just saying that his goal is to have about 600 people donating $10 a month, and that would cover everything they need to do, all their projects. Right now they're about around 100 people, so still a long way to go. And he was like, if there's people who want to donate a lot more than that, I would rather they split it up and donate to other funds, which I've never heard someone running an organization saying that. But he's like, I just want to hit our goal and then people can give their money to other great projects. So I just really want to shout that out because we're obviously about to sign up, and if anyone can spare $10 a month, I think this is such a beautiful project and it's giving back in so many different ways. Like, you don't have to choose between a tree planting project or a community give back project. It's all of them. So
the monkey's here, let's go.
Okay, the monkey's here, but we're gonna include all the links down below because if you want to help out, support protecting cute little monkeys like this and like 100 other things, this is the way to do it.
I can feel her with every step you get. She's tightening up on me. But there she is. She looks great. Like you saw her eye before.
Yeah, she's healing so well.
The reason I'm coaxing her down is to treat this because there's still some exposed bone. How amazing is that?
That's.
I wish you could have seen, like, she waits a while to make sure everything feels safe, and then
So she's got full use of her eye, but she just needs her head to heal a bit more.
Yeah, her eye, she's got a bit of scarring eventually. That'll kind of dry off and go away, and then as she grows, she'll grow out of that scar, and then this will close up, and then she's fine. But that's why I'm doing this 2 or 3 times a week.
Wow.
Down to just to double check on this head wound.
So her wounds are healing well?
Yeah, she's doing well. Her eye looks great, and then it's all dry and there's no infection. It's just, you can see there's quite a bit of exposed bone still.
Well, that's her actual scalp.
Yeah, that's her skull.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not even skin, that's her bone. She was...
But that's gonna heal all the way up, you think?
Yeah, because when we found her, it was like this.
Wow.
The whole top of her head was gone. So in a month, that much came back. So another month or so, it'll close all the way up. So we're doing some iodine. Keep it nice and clean and dry.
It'll be so cool when she meets like a troop to join.
Oh, the day that we just don't see her, we'll probably be able to recognize her from maybe scarring on her eye or maybe a scar on her head, but there might be a day where we'll just have no idea. She'll just be gone with the other ones.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Love to know how she's doing and everything, but I'd also just love for her to just blend right in. And this should never have to happen again. Hopefully we've got maybe a couple more weeks, 3 more weeks of like this situation, and then I won't call her down and I'll keep distance, and then after a while she'll get over it, and then hopefully she just goes off and be's a monkey. The exotic pet trade completely destroys lives. It dismantles the beautiful support system that she had. She will not have the life she was going to have because she's got no wild guide, so she doesn't have her mom. No one's hugging her. Look at how much she wants this. Like, this isn't happening, but also no one's teaching her don't approach howler monkeys. And so she might have seen a howler monkey that seemed friendly, and then once she found the whole group, she probably approached them and then attack. And that would never have happened if she had her mom out there with her. And so, yeah, please never, never, ever support the exotic pet trade because it literally is dismantling every single one of those lives. It's so sad.
We've just found the sloths and they're like super visible just where they are. There's like a perfect clearing in the tree for us to see them. These are just wild sloths, including a mom with a 2-week-old baby, which I really hope we can see.
I can't believe we drove from the US from freezing cold weather to sloths.
To sloths and baby monkeys.
Wow. They are just chilling. Look, we found some sloths.
Just found the sloths.
I mean, she was attacked.
Yeah.
She was traumatized. She needed some safety,
comfort,
some love. So this is. You don't really want to do this to a wild animal, but it was part of her therapy. I think her legs are completely dangling right now. Hi, friend. You don't want me to put you back up there, huh?
Oh, she's loving it.
Want to walk up and see something else pretty cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
Just have to be patient and wait for the parrots. I can see the appeal to bird watching.
He had to put Camilla back. She's so sad. She just loves snuggling so much.
Let's go so she goes up there.
Okay, let's go.
I'm with Jaime, who's an amazing local resident here of the town. He's the manager of the Coyada Reserve project. This could not happen without his help, without him being an amazing managing this gigantic project. So about 30 years ago, there was this huge private contract sold and gave people rights, private companies, to come in and do this massive logging effort back here. So it's just gigantic deforestation, taking out 300-year-old trees. This whole area was full of primary forest. And so after the big deforestation efforts, 10 years later, the river stopped running. It got hotter, and it's just constantly hotter and hotter, and this is what he's experiencing. And now there was only a couple places where there was like full-time water, and even though those are starting to go dry now.
So the dream is that eventually the river will come back once enough trees have been replanted.
It will happen, yeah. It definitely can happen.
Yes, yes.
That's it. Went through a whole time. It's just incredible. He's just so awesome.
How long have you been working with him?
A couple of years. Yeah. He's the best. I literally couldn't have a better person. He's so great.
We're back at Tim's house.
Yeah.
We're having dinner.
Yeah. And we have a guest.
Hey!
Also, he's a... Oh my gosh, look at him. So he was recently kind of rescued and he was not very healthy. And now look how happy he is.
He was a neglect case. He almost starved to death. Now he's not neglected.
Yeah. He's so cute. We're... Oh my gosh, we're in trouble with how many
If it was
dogs
easy to get dogs over into Costa Rica, then we might have offered to adopt him, but it's not, so.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other puppies like that in Costa Rica, so. But we get to cuddle with him tonight and eat this amazing food.
Oh, wow.
How did you leave him behind?
I know. He is so lanky.
I love Tim's home. Check this out. This is an old water tank, concrete water tank, and there's some doorways made. But it's all got the original, just concrete aesthetic. It's not painted. This is where we're sleeping tonight, taking a night off the bus, and then we're first thing in the morning heading out to cross the border into Costa Rica. I'm so excited, but I'm also very tired. Lots of driving the last couple of days. We're only 26 minutes away from the land, and we went up some really, really steep hills. It was going like 5 miles an hour. I saw the engine heat going up, and there's lots of smoke. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, there you can. You can see that very clearly.